From our free daily newsletter, the latest from podnews.net with Magellan AI.
Anthony Albanese insists comments about a pair of melons gifted by Japan's Prime Minister have been misinterpreted.
An appearance on a comedy podcast by the Australian Prime Minister has resulted in an international diplomatic incident. In July, Anthony Albanese was criticised for responding to a game of shag, marry, date with the answer Kylie Minogue for all of the above, and was forced to apologise. Now, political opponents, aided by the Murdoch press, have complained about a gesture Albanese made when he was describing two melons he was gifted by Japan's female Prime Minister. A former Japanese ambassador has described it as casually mocking the gift. It's headline news in Australia. The show, launched by Nova Podcasts in May, is called Bush Deep, which apparently wasn't enough of a red flag to Albanese's media team. The Basis DSP, an ad-buying platform, has launched a partnership with Barometer to offer brand suitability scores on an episode-by-episode basis. The company claims that this is podcast advertising catching up with the controls advertisers expect from more mature programmatic channels. Barometer announced episode-level context in March with AdsWiz and with Acast in January. Sony has highlighted how Jampot Productions have been using Sony cameras to make their video podcasts. The company is based in London and was founded by Jamie Lang. Nobody signing these giant podcast deals expects to make the money back, writes Steve Raises in a LinkedIn post we link to today. Also, we link to how many top podcasts have video. Amplify Media suggests that only 6 shows in the Edison Research US Top 50 are audio only. Spotify Spain published a list of songs people played during the solar eclipse in comparison with the number of plays they usually get. Here Comes the Sun by the Beatles was played 27% more than usual. Soundgarden's Black Hole Sun got 92% more than usual. And 969% more plays than usual. Eclipse by Pink Floyd, the last track on The Dark Side of the Moon. And Ashley Carman reports that Alex Cooper's Unwell is to stop making energy drinks. Surprisingly, even her business partners Nestlé didn't see anything wrong with bottles of sweetly flavoured hydration drinks with the word Unwell written on in big letters. And in podcast news, the Stories from the States podcast is to make its debut on broadcast radio and will air on AM 950 in Minnesota and on WCPT in Chicago. Conversations from the Front Lines is back for its 5th season. The show highlights the movement leaders, visionaries, advocates and changemakers who are building the good and planting the seeds of future progress in Los Angeles. And the Pod News Weekly Review this week chats with Ben and Alberto from RSS.com on their new video hosting plan. And this podcast is sponsored by Magellan AI. When you wanted to review air checks across 30 or more shows, well, that used to take days. But direct results cut it to hours with Magellan AI. You can see their approach with a link you'll find in our show notes today. And that's the latest from our newsletter. To read all the stories and subscribe for free, we're at podnews.net.